Welcome back to the Why Stop Now podcast. Got your boy Cam. We got Eyes over here. How you doing this week, Eyes?
Oh, I'm doing good, doing good. Just been chilling, working, watching the playoffs when I can. Work kind of interferes with that. Getting ready for the NFL draft too. And
Indeed.
then Masters is behind us, college basketball, March Madness behind us. Time to really set in. We'll set in on the playoffs a little later, but we got the NFL draft going on like immediately, and it's time to talk about that. We could sit here and record all night and go into the whole first round, but really think we should just crack it open on the top 10.
I agree. There's such a broad spectrum of players that go
There's
in the
a,
first round that we could literally be here until 8
there's a
a.m.
lot there's a lot that go on, but you know all the juice in the top 10. Everybody wants to know
Of
about the
course.
top 10. So, let's go ahead and kick it off, dude. I think we both can agree personally, you and I we've talked about it. Cam Ward
Indeed.
is going to the Titans. Will Levis is trash.
I had to do a little convincing for you because at first you were
I
stuck on
was a little
somebody else.
iffy, dude, but Will Levis is just, you had him on your fantasy team. I don't know why. I do not know why.
We're not gonna speak about
Oh,
that.
mayonnaise boy, trash,
Garbage.
trash. I'm
Garbage.
sorry.
I'm not sorry. Garbage.
All right.
I
On
think
that
I think
note,
Cam
that's why they
Ward.
got to get Cam Ward. Cam Ward moves the ball down the field. Now he made a few questionable passes throughout the season. Watched a lot of Miami games. They were great because of him. They did not have him. There really wouldn't have been much going on. They had that great wide receiver, like Xavier Strepa, I think his name was. He was really good. But who's throwing in the ball?
I
You
think
got to think
Cam
about that.
Ward.
He
I think
just
he'll.
has such a good deep ball.
I think he's going to fit into the play of NFL play
They got
perfectly fine.
they got Calvin Ridley out there too.
I think he's going to jump in and be just
Yeah,
fine.
they'll think they'll be good.
And I
He'll be
think
fine.
I think an addition like Cam Ward could boost Tennessee to a team that we haven't seen in a long time.
We haven't talked Tennessee in a while. We haven't heard of them doing jack. Tennessee really doesn't, like, they're not going. They're, even if they're in the playoffs, no one's expecting them to win or go to the Super Bowl. You know,
And personally, I think that Cam Ward addition could be that step that they need to take.
it is that step they need to take. It's all about how front office maneuvers around that, because we've seen talent go to waste. Kind of watching it happen in Jacksonville. I feel like, I don't know. We'll see how that progresses. It was looking good. Now it's looking. Oh, we'll see. It's just one of those we'll see things.
Yeah.
So moving on to the second pick, we got Cam Ward off the board. We're looking at the Cleveland Browns, also another team that is notably in the top 10 of the draft a lot.
Indeed.
And you think they're going quarterback. Or no, you think they're going Travis Hunter.
Yeah, I think they're taking
You
Travis
think they're
Hunter.
going Heisman.
Indeed.
And I don't really think that I can argue that,
I think
because at first I was thinking they might go QB, but you reassured me, hey, D Watt is getting paid a ton of money and he's still there. But I don't know what the heck happened. Dude, I don't know, dude. After this year, I really don't know, because there were moments where it just like he quit, D Watt. So we'll have to see. That one's iffy, but Travis Hunter's a talent. It's hard to pass up on right
I
there.
think I think Travis Hunter, regardless of what I may have said during football season, during college football, I'm a different person. I'm focused on Clemson, and due to you, I'm focused on Georgia. So I'm a different person. Um, but regardless of anything, Travis Hunter is probably the best,
Best player in the
well-rounded player in this draft.
I was literally gonna say, Travis Hunter's the best player in the draft. Him, Abdul Carter is a monster, but just overall talent, he's generational because he can do both things. I'm just wondering, it says cornerback. He's also, he could
Do we
go out
think
there and
do
play
we think
wide.
that the Browns will let him play both sides of the ball?
I don't see why not, but I don't know, dude. It's getting professional level there. Like, we're not playing against Colorado State. We're playing against, and that's not who they played. The type of level they played, and like he played better teams than Colorado State, especially this past year, but they didn't win. And so him playing both sides of the ball, I think they're gonna have him on where they need him the
Yeah,
most.
I was about to say I think a team like the Browns
Yeah.
that go on losing streaks that are, forgive me for saying this, a Charlotte Hornets or a Utah Jazz of the NFL. Um,
Jazz don't even compare to those, but continue. This year, maybe,
no,
yeah.
yeah, but they're gonna put him. They're gonna use him where they need it.
They need a
If they
bright,
need him at a wide
good
receiver
young
for 2
kid.
downs, they're gonna put him in at that wide receiver. If they need him on defense, they're gonna have him on defense because he
I
can
I
visibly do that.
disagree. I think he's playing one spot, and I think regardless, we both think they pick him though. I'm still a little iffy on it, but um, they just need a bright young kid. Like they need something bright in Cleveland. It's pretty dark over there, other than the
And
basketball squad.
thanks to Coach Primetime, Travis Hunter has a name for himself.
Oh, and he's the Heisman.
Yeah, but
Like,
prior to that, he
oh,
already
I
had that
know, dude.
name
He's the
for
number one
himself.
prospect coming out of high school. I know who he is. When he committed to Jackson State, it turned heads. Anyways, it's turned heads because Colorado is probably going to get 2 picks in a row.
Yeah,
They weren't, yeah. Because with the Giants having Russ Wilson and Jameis Winston, that's not. I don't. He's done.
he's washed up at this
Russ is
point.
washed. Jameis is a good QB too. Somebody that can kind of help show the ropes to another young quarterback if he's willing to listen. And our
That man,
pick,
I
I don't
think,
know if he's willing to listen, and we'll see.
and
And we're
personally, I
going
think,
Shador Sanders.
like you were saying, I think they could take Shador Sanders out and big moments that he might not be ready for and throw Jameis in, and Jameis will do just fine. He'll
There
be a
might
good.
not be big moments yet. They might be getting smacked by 30. We'll see. They need
I
a lot
think
more than just a quarterback.
I do believe what you said though that Jameis Winston will be able to come out and kind of show him the ropes, give him a mentor per
Yeah,
se.
Jameis is good for football. He's good for the team. It'll be good. I
I
like
mean,
seeing Jameis up in New York.
obviously, we've seen him grow from famous Jameis to where he is now as a person.
Uh, Speaking of Heisman, Jameis snag a Heisman?
I think he did.
I think he did.
Let's
Yeah.
let's check on that before we.
Yeah, double check that. All right. Yeah, check that for me. I need a statistician up in here. I feel like that's
Right.
something that I should know, dude. I could have asked Siri by now.
Yes, he did in 2013.
Okay, boom. There we have it. That's what I thought. I thought he caught a Heisman. So, yeah, that'll be good for him. Um,
Oh,
Shador's flashy, dude. He's good for New York. I think that's a
yeah,
perfect
it'll
fit.
it'll fit perfect with the aesthetic of the city that never sleeps.
And
Moving
for
on to number 4.
right.
Me personally, I
Who's
think
got that pick?
the Jags.
They've got the 5th pick.
Oh well, we were looking at 2. Oh wait, yeah, huh? My bad. My apologies.
Jeez, Cam.
Apologies. Apologies.
No, you're
I
good,
wrote
dude.
the list wrong.
No, it's okay. I was about to say, dude, that's interesting right there. But it's gonna be the Patriots.
It is the Patriots.
And with that being said, you think they're going wide out with Ted McMillan?
Well, to be fair, I wrote my list wrong. So I skipped.
Well, no. Who do you think that the Patriots are going?
No, I think like I said, I wrote my list wrong and I skipped the Pats on accident. So I was looking at the Jags when I wrote that.
Okay, so who the heck? What do you think? the Patriots are going to do. I think they're going Abdul Carter.
You think they're going Abdul?
Yes.
I'll agree with that.
Okay. At the fifth pick with the Jaguars, I
I
think they
think
might trade that. I think they might trade it, and if they don't trade it, they might go Mason Graham because Abdul Carter just got selected.
no, I
So
think I
that's
think
the
I think
best
they're going
defense.
wide out.
You think they're going wide out with? You think the Jaguars are taking McMillan?
Yeah, I think that they're going to look for somebody that they can place with a younger QB that's a good QB that needs some star power to run with him.
Okay. Well, yeah, you think him and Trevor are just going to be besties,
I think that could be the
and
power that he could use.
now don't get me wrong. You know, I think that Ted McMillan is phenomenal.
Indeed.
Week one, I'm calling you. I might do this. There's this kid from Arizona. I don't know who the heck he is, but he's out here. Every catch he catches, touchdown. He's just taller than everybody. He looks like a young Mike Evans out there. Just absolutely like the yards after catch for him is absolutely phenomenal. That's what I like to see. Once he gets that ball, it's hard to bring him down. He's a big force. And so, with that being said, I don't hate your decision for them to take him, but I personally think something's iffy is going on with the fifth pick, and there could be a trade. I don't know with who, but there could be a trade. So, because there really hadn't been any trades yet.
No,
No. So, and it's there. We're less than 24 hours away. So we think, we kind of disagree there, but I don't technically disagree with your pick. I just don't know if that's what's going to happen. Then I got to move on to I keep saying Oakland, but the Las Vegas Raiders.
I think Genty.
Yeah, we
Genty's
both agree. Genty, they sucked so bad rushing the football. They need freaking something.
and Genty's by far the best running back in this class.
Yeah. I mean, you got Amarian Hampton from North Carolina. We got my boy Quinshawn Judkins. He is in this draft. Very happy to see that. I will cop a jersey whenever you get drafted, Quinshawn. I've been following you since the beginning, and Cam can vouch for that.
I'll vouch
But
for that, even though for the last season you couldn't stand to bear his name.
it was because of the Ohio State, okay? And he went and he won a national championship, okay? So you can't be mad at the kid. It's
No,
Quinshawn Judkins. With that being said, Ashton Genty's going sixth.
Ashton Genty 6.
Yeah, I wouldn't be like I could see the Bears at 10th taking a running back, maybe, but I don't see another running back other than Ashton going in the top 10. I don't think the other ones had the skill set of top 10, like top 10 level talent.
No.
So if Genty doesn't somehow go to the Raiders, then he's going to the Bears.
Yeah,
That's
I'd
my
agree with
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. So then whenever it comes to rushing, the Raiders suck so bad at rushing. But then we're looking at the seventh pick, and with that being said, we got the other New York team, the Jets. They suck too. New York just sucks at
They're
football,
yeah, their football's
and they got Justin Fields, and they have no protection. Jets
yeah.
have no protection, so they're going offensive tackle, kid from Missouri, can barely pronounce his name. Armand Mimbu. Sorry
Yeah,
if I
I'm
said
glad
that
you said his
wrong.
name because I wasn't going to.
Didn't know who he was till started really getting into the draft stuff.
Not
Knew
yet.
Missouri was good. They were
That
good
would,
this
I
year.
mean, that would make sense though. Their front line is garbage.
Yeah, they had no protection. Every single time he hiked the ball, they had 0.2 seconds to get the ball out of the pocket.
So I think
So
that's the biggest thing that they need
yeah,
to bring in.
they needed yeah, they gotta get some protection up in there. So Armand Mimbu, Missouri, SEC. He knows what he's doing. He played in the SEC.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the eighth pick.
I know you've been waiting for this one since we started.
not that I care anymore about this, but yeah, it is the Panthers. Yeah, they're trash. Yeah, they've been terrible for a long, 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 long time, it seems like. But Bryce Young gave the fans hope a little bit. He showed flashes last year where I'm like, holy crap, they about beat the Chiefs, screwed
Yeah.
around, beat the Chiefs, but they didn't on some BS. But I'm not going to
Now,
go
I
into
remember
that.
when Bryce Young first came out, everyone was even you.
Yes,
But
even
it's
me.
okay. But it's okay.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
okay.
me, because he wasn't doing good.
It's
He's
okay.
freaking terrible. He talks to Rod Wave, and just all of a sudden, boom, starts playing amazing freaking ball.
I want to know what that man said to him.
Who
I want to know
knows,
what he
dude?
said.
There was like Bryce answered it in a presser, but it wasn't really. It was just kind of run around the circle type
Still
stuff.
kind of
You know
left
what I
up in
mean?
the air
Yeah,
what he could
just
have
kind
said.
of right. So the Panthers.
But I'm gonna let you say this one too because this is your team, and we agreed on this. So,
We did,
with
dude.
further
I was
ado,
very happy that we agreed on this. And yes, with further ado, the Carolina Panthers, with the eighth pick in the 2025 draft, are selecting Jalen Walker, linebacker, University of Georgia, hometown Salisbury, North Carolina. He is North Carolina boy. He went to Georgia. He can play in multiple schemes. He went under Kirby Smart. He's great leadership. He is built for the NFL. Look at the freaking Philadelphia Eagles. They got a bunch of Georgia defensive players who just won the Super Bowl, Cam.
Philly Eagles. Hallelujah.
So, and their defense, like Jalen Carter and the boys, they really got it done up there in Philly. Jalen Walker is the same type of talent, y'all. He's the same type of talent. And if the Panthers don't select him, like, I'm going to be livid. I do not want no Tyler Warren, tight end, Penn State, none of that. None of that. Jalen Walker is the only thing to me that makes sense because of just it all adds up. He might not even
They
be he might be the second best linebacker in the draft. Personally, I'm biased. I think he's the best one. But it makes sense for him to go to the Panthers.
and I mean the Panthers need a star on
A
defense.
leader, yes, dude. Come on,
They
give us something
need they
great,
need that star
please,
power on defense.
please, dude. If somebody else picks him before, I'll be not happy. So, I'm not trying to get too personal with the Panthers. That's my team. That's who I pull for. That's who I've rocked with. I'm a Carolina boy, but got to move on. Ninth pick. You came out wild with this, dude.
I'm swinging wild.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go ahead with
Swinging the bat
this.
wild.
The Saints, the Aints.
They have currently an aging Derek Carr whose health is still in question. His getting hurt.
They got Spencer Rattler.
Ooh. I think
I knew you were
with
gonna
the
say something
ninth
like that,
pick.
dude. I think Spencer Rattler's
To be
okay.
fair, I do actually like Spencer Rattler. You remember
Yeah.
that show QB1 on Netflix?
Yeah, you watched
I,
that whenever
I did.
he
I followed
went
him since
to
then.
Oklahoma.
hmm I've
Spencer
been
Rattler's
following
been
him
through it,
since then.
dude. He really has because he was a star at Oklahoma.
He was.
Heisman favorite at Oklahoma. Terrible. Caleb Williams comes in, shines, goes to Southern Cal with the coach. Forget his name off the top, but obviously big name. Goes, gets paid over at Southern Cal with the coach, Lincoln Riley. Boom, there's the coach's name. Couldn't forget it. That was gonna bother me. And wins the Heisman.
So
And Rattler's name is hated. And he goes to South Carolina, does pretty well, and now he's at the Saints. And you think they're going with Jalen Milroe?
Jalen Milroe, I think with the ninth pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, Saints take Jalen Milroe.
And
I
y'all,
think
I ruined
I
this
don't
thought.
think
I'm so
just
sorry.
like you said about Jameis, I think Spencer is a good QB2. I think it's time to push Derek Carr out. He's getting old. He's getting more injury prone. I think they need a star at QB. Who better than Jalen Milroe?
I think that's like the dumbest thing ever. Why the heck would they do that, Cam? Why would they go get? But you said star. Jalen Milroe's not no better than Spencer Rattler at quarterback in the NFL. He's not going to be able to do all that running crap that he did at Alabama
How do you know?
because it's the NFL. I know. Did Johnny Manziel come in and do that? Did he?
No.
No, he didn't do that. No
I'm
one's
sticking
doing
with my
that.
pick.
Cam Newton did that.
Cam Newton did that.
Different, boy. Cam Newton's not Jalen Milroe.
I'm sticking with my pick. Who are you taking for the Saints?
I almost forgot. Will Campbell, LSU. He's the best offensive tackle other than the kid from Missouri. And that's who I'm picking.
Guys, this is an average conversation between me and Eyes. I say something super out of pocket, and you can see it and hear it in his tone that I just irritated him.
Yeah, because Jalen Milroe is out of pocket pick.
Anyways, moving
Will
on to the
Campbell,
10th pick in the
offensive
draft.
tackle, LSU. He knows how to. I think kid is good. Okay, might be better than the kid from Missouri. Notice how we're talking SEC a lot here.
Indeed.
Penn State, Colorado, kind of weird there, but not
Yeah.
with Penn State. But
Really not with Colorado with all that hype.
now the 10th pick, this one's a weird one. I said earlier, running back could fall to the Bears. They're snagging Genty if he's there, but he's not going to be. Raiders definitely getting him. With that being said, Mike Green.
Adam Marshall.
We are Marshall.
And honestly, I can't say too much about the kid. I don't know much about him.
Have you ever seen that movie?
Mm-mm.
You need to go watch it. It's probably one of the best sports films like ever.
Heard.
It's got dude that's always at the Texas game, the actor.
Speaking of sports movies,
just please tell me before you start going off on a tangent who the heck I'm talking about. The Texas guy. You're not gonna know.
McConaughey.
Matt. Thank you. Yes, dude. This is why I get you to freaking don't go running off on tangents because you're about to answer it properly. And you did. It's Matthew McConaughey. He's in the movie We Are Marshall.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then that's a phenomenal movie. He's a phenomenal actor.
Yes, dude. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, need to set some time aside. Go watch that. Call up a girl, get yourself a little date, get it going. So,
but before we continue, I have a movie that I just watched like last week. I just thought about it. It's about Arkansas, the Razorbacks. It's a phenomenal movie. It's actually based on a true story. For the life of me, I can't think of the name of it.
Go make a fictional movie on Arkansas. Anyways,
for the life of me, I can't think of the name of it. But you should go watch it.
That's real helpful, dude.
It's on Netflix, dude.
Thank God we're not getting paid to promote nothing.
Hey, if we were getting paid to promote it, I'd remember the name.
Good point. All right, well, that's top 10 right there.
Bang, that was top 10.
I think that's going to be. I think that's pretty spot on. 5 pick, little wavy there. Little sneak, little somebody that I think, like, all right, James Pierce Jr. Kid was number 1 on draft boards going into this past college football season. Did not really stand out at Tennessee, like, kind of, how like Carson Beck was like talking Heisman. He didn't really do what he was supposed to do, even though he didn't do terrible. He just didn't do great like he was the year before. So then
he did very mediocre this year.
Yeah,
you don't have to defend him anymore. He's a hurricane.
I'm not defending him, dude. I'm not defending him. I'm not defending Carson Beck. Okay, cool. Woohoo. Thanks for your time. We're Gunnar Stockton now. Georgia is. So anyways, I don't even know what I was going to say, dude. I don't know, dude. Just end it. I don't know what the heck I was going to say. You freaking ruined it. That's it. Wrap it up. Save, join social media.
All right, guys. Watch the NFL draft, 8 p.m., April 24th. Tune in. Peep the Kannapolis Cannonballers. Look them up if you don't know. Now you know. We'll be coming back for some NBA playoff talk. We got some college football talk that's going on. Spring ball. A lot of stuff's moving. Tune back in. Follow us on Facebook,
Baseball.
Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. Do all the social media stuff. See you next time.
Post it too.